Hello, everybody. Thought I'd go live for just a few minutes while I had a little bit of lunch. So I stopped over at Jack in the Box and I got, I guess they're kind of, they're out of their boxes. These are the curly fries, the bacon curly fries. And I guess they're out of those special boxes that they come in. And so they just put them in the regular burger box. These are the 3 cheese bacon curly fries. So thought I'd have those. And I also got a in Burger King, in the Burger King cup, I got a what do you call it's giant, it's the Diet Jumpin' Jack Splash. So I guess it's like a mix of lime and cherry soda or berry soda, I don't know. Anyway, thought I'd go on here and see how everybody was doing. I don't know if anybody's around or not, but thought I'd stop on here and here's the have some fries, and I have my travel hot sauce, so gonna go add those in there. Hey DJ, how's it going? Yeah, I just was gonna stop off and have a little bit of lunch and chat with you guys, and I got some of the triple cheese curly fry bacon curly fries at Jack in the Box, and they didn't have the little special boxes that they come in. These were $3, and I'm gonna put a little bit of hot sauce on here, so on top of the cheese and the bacon. So see how it's going. I don't know, I'm sure everybody's off, probably still at work, hanging around doing stuff. I just thought I'd go in for a few minutes while I was having some lunch and seeing if anybody shows up. I'm sure they probably won't, I don't know. But here's the 3 cheese curly fries with bacon and hot sauce. Hey Storm Jones, how's it going? Ooh, that's pretty good with the hot sauce on it. And the curly fries. Hey Candy Pop Girl. Yeah, I was out. I thought I'd have some lunch, and when I went there, it's from Jack in the Box, and I got there. This is the 3 cheese bacon curly fries, and it's supposed to be in a different box, but they didn't have any, so I guess. And I put some Frank's hot sauce on it, and I also got the Diet Jack Splash Jumpin' Jack Splash drink, and I put it in a Burger King cup. And I also got another item that I did a review on, and I'll post that review another time. But so I just thought I'd have some of this fries and chat with you guys while I was having some lunch. See how it's going? Yeah. Hey Diana SF Nig. Oh yeah, pretty good. Later on, after I finished these, I stopped at the Dollar Tree and I found a bunch of cool stuff there. So I'll give you kind of sneak preview of some of my future reviews that I'm going to be doing. So yeah, here we go. A little bit of the bacon cheese curly fries. I don't get to Jack in the Box all that often, but once in a while I do. Hey, with Karen, how's it going? Yes, I was in the Dollar Tree and I found a bunch of classic candy there. Yeah, Jack in the Box, they don't have it a lot of places. They don't have it in Canada. They don't have it some places on the East Coast. It's kind of real select where they have them. So I don't know if everybody can get these. Actually, I have some. I have to try them. that's in the works in my kind of classic candy corner. Not really candy, but it's along the lines of it. Oh, thanks, Michael Evans, for stopping in. Glad to have you guys on here. So, yeah, these are $3 for the curly fries. They also have a chili cheese curly fry if you want just chili and cheese. But I think the 3 cheese is a little bit better with the bacon bits on it. And I did put the hot sauce on it. I'm keeping a bottle of Frank's Red Hot in my car for emergencies. Yeah, a lot of places don't have Jack in the Box anymore. I don't know. It's not as popular some places as, like, you know, Burger King and McDonald's, places like that. I don't know. A lot of people say that they don't have a Jack in the Box anywhere. And so here we go. These are pretty good fries. My day's going pretty good. Like I said, I was out at Target earlier, and I got a couple things there. And I stopped at the Dollar Tree, got a few things there, and then I'm going to stop at the grocery store on the way home and get some stuff for dinner. Yeah, you can certainly make your own. All you have to do is get the frozen curly fries and put some cheese sauce on it and little bacon bits, and dress it up however you want. I've done that before. In fact, there is a good one that I make at home. Yeah, I might try that out one time. But like I said, I don't get like far from home. I kind of make my own things. But there's one good thing that I've tried for like a home recipe. There's in the grocery store, there's a product called Alexia. They're waffle cut fries. And you can go ahead and get those. You put them in like the oven or the air fryer or whatever. You heat them up. And then you take blue cheese crumbles and you put that over it. And then you put some Frank's Red Hot on it. And then you put it in the oven for like, just a minute or two, enough to melt that cheese. And then you have buffalo style waffle fries. I've made that before. It's actually pretty good. Because Carl's Jr.'s had them a couple years back. Gave me the idea. Yeah, garlic fries. Yeah, that was a pretty good thing. Maybe they'll bring them back. I don't know. Usually with McDonald's, they kind of, once they have stuff, they kind of retire it. Takes a while before they come back. So, I don't know. But yeah. Pretty good. So what's everybody up to today? I'm sure they're probably either still at work or doing something at home. I haven't tried the mushroom burgers or anything like that from Wendy's yet. My problem is, my Wendy's is like almost out of town, way across town from me. It's actually out by the airport. It's inside a gas station. It's one of those gas stations. Yeah. And so it's a little ways away from me. Usually when I get out, I go to McDonald's or Burger King or somewhere like that. And we actually have 2 burgers. We got one Burger King, 2 McDonald's, and 2 Jack in the Boxes. I did try that near the Beyond Burger from A420 Latina J. I did try the Beyond Meat Burger from Carl's Jr.'s. So I think that's similar to the one at A&W. That was kind of interesting, I thought. I'm just having some curly fries for those of you that stopped in. 3 cheese. I have a KFC A&W here, but it's, again, that's like on the other side of town. And I like the cheese curds at A&W. Of course, the root beer. It's kind of fun. So, pretty good. So, yeah, I usually don't go to KFC all that often, but lately I've been going there because they have all the new releases, stuff like that. So, so now that I finished those, I'm going to show you guys some stuff that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my review the other day, like yesterday or over the weekend. I put out, it was the Voodoo Heat potato chips. We have a Popeyes, like right across the street from me, actually. Yeah, root beer floats. But I did that, and I found these again at the Dollar Tree. Now, I think it's the same as the ones that I did. It's just a different packaging, because the other one said Voodoo Heat, and it had the little voodoo doll guy. So I think this one's just a different packaging. So this one, I think that's going to be the same. So I'm not going to do a review on these other than, you know, it's the same as the ones I already did. And for those of you that saw the other ones I did, and it's not that hot. I wasn't real impressed with it. The other thing is, when you guys saw I did the Chester's bacon cheddar fries, and found these at the Dollar Tree. Figured I'd give them a chance because everybody said to go and do the Andy Caps. And I also found these ones are going to be for another review too. I actually found these at the grocery store. Chester's Flamin' Hot fries. And also, what else did I get? Going in my bag here. They had these Andy Caps hot fries. So that's going to go with the cheddar fries. And what else did I get? Oh, that's what I got. You guys, I was remember I was saying that I, you know, doing my classic candies corner, and someone in there told me to try and find these if I could find them, and found these at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if you guys remember these. Mary Jane's. Molasses and peanut butter. So I found those there. And then this is another classic candy. So here you go. Bit of honey. So I kind of went along the same lines of that. And oh, this is another one I found. I thought this was funny. I got this just because of the name. Sour Dudes. Sour Dudes. I like that one. I got a lot of other gummy candies still at home, but those were the ones that I found at the Dollar Tree that I thought was kind of fun to give it a try. But yeah, those were the ones that I found in there. I didn't find too many drinks at the Dollar Tree, but the other day I went to the 99-cent store. We have a 99-cent store as well. I found a lot of drinks in there, boy. I got like a whole bag at home. I've got like energy drinks and different kind of sodas and all kinds of ones. I've even got one that I'm going to try. It's called gazpacho soup in a bottle. And then there's one, I got a mint and cucumber soda in a bottle. I don't know how that's going to taste. And then I got some like energy drinks, 3 different kinds of energy drinks. And yeah. So I got a lot of different, yeah, gazpacho. It's like cucumber and, what is it? Cucumber and tomato, and it's like cold. It's supposed to be chilled. So apparently they put it in a bottle. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just having some Jumping Jack Splash from Jack in the Box. I saw those in there. I didn't get them. But I've had them before. I've had all the Flaming Hot. I've had the Funyuns, the Flaming, well, this is going to be the Chester's Cheetos Flaming Hot fries. They also have the Flaming Hot Doritos. Yeah. Wow. That's quite a bit. What I've been drinking mostly at home is I drink the Coke Zero, no caffeine. Or what is it now? It's called Zero Sugar, no caffeine. So I've been cutting that out. I've been cutting caffeine out. I drink like, maybe a can of it a day. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I did stop at Walmart the other day, and I've got them, and it's like I said, I've got it in a bag. Actually, I've got it I still have these in the trunk. Diet Coke came out with 2 new flavors. One is blueberry acai and strawberry guava. So I'm going to try those. They had those at Walmart. They had them in the single can when you walked in. So they were kind of difficult. Yeah. There's 2 Diet Cokes in the cans. Yeah. When I went to Walmart, when you first walked in, they had like a whole big display, and it was like a big cardboard bin, and they had a slot for each flavor of the Diet Coke, and it was like, the regular Diet Coke, the orange, the cherry, the ginger lime, and what's the other one? It's ginger lime and cherry, orange, and mango. Oh, the other one's mango. And then they had on the ends, it was the blueberry acai and also the strawberry guava. And they were like 97 cents for a can. So I got one of each. I'm going to try them. And like I said, I've got a ton of reviews and products that I still have to review that I've got backed up. I've got probably like a month's worth of reviews to do. And I've got like frozen foods and chips and drinks and candies and everything. So, hey Mona, how's it going? Yeah, I was, well, I don't know. I got the other ones, and I don't know. The other ones are at home. And like I said, I kind of went through all the stuff that I found just now at the Dollar Tree. Mostly just chips and stuff like that. I was actually looking at some of the things in there, and I was kind of hesitating. Dollar Tree had a thing called lobster. It was lobster roll. It was a lobster, spring roll and like a crab spring roll or something like that. And then they had some kind of mac and cheese and stuff. And I don't know how well I'm going to trust the fish and stuff from the Dollar Tree. Oh, and I'm going to I'm going to post a picture on my Instagram later. Now, this was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. When I was at the Dollar Tree and I was in the checkout line, and of course, you know, there's never enough help there. No, yeah, that's why I said I didn't want to even try them. I don't trust fish from the Dollar Tree. But when I was in the line for the Dollar Tree and it was all backed up because they only had one person and take a long time, I was looking on the aisle when you check out and they got the little impulse items and stuff, is like, you know, the little toothbrushes and stuff. They had a home pregnancy test. Home pregnancy test from the Dollar Tree. I don't know how. Hey, Candy. I don't know how accurate or how much I would trust a home pregnancy test from the Dollar Tree, but they had it. So, who knows? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. Dollar Tree. Yeah, no. I did actually, a while back, I did the review of the fish sandwich from the Dollar Tree. I couldn't even finish it. I took one bite. I spit it out. It was awful. It was nasty. So I'm going to stay away from the seafood from the Dollar Tree. Their burgers and other stuff like that's not too bad. The frozen food. Yeah, I did get the Larry the Cable Guy biscuits and gravy from there. That was a funny one. That was a fun one to try. And oh yeah, so for Candy and other people that just stopped in, I stopped at the Dollar Tree and I was going to show you some of the things I got from there. I'm going to do in a future review. Got the Chester's Flamin' Hot Fries, the Andy Capp Hot Fries. I got the Andy Capp Cheddar Fries. I did these review the other day, the Zapp's Voodoo style. It's just Voodoo Heat, but I think this is just a different packaging. I got it just because it was different. I don't know. I think it's going to be the same ones. And what else? And then, so for those, for the chips, and then I got, so for my classic candy series, I got Bit of Honey and Mary Jane's. So that'll bring you guys back to memory lane. And also, Sour Dudes. Sour Dudes, Sour Bright. These are like little fruit flavor candies or whatever. Yeah. The hot fries, I guess I can do a hot side by side. Oh, and here. Where'd they go? I've lost it. Yeah, no, I lost it. Lost it a long time ago. I'm starting to keep some hot sauce in my car now for the reviews. This one's called Crying Tiger Sriracha Hot Sauce. Got those at the 98-cent or the 99-cent store, and I got a bottle somewhere here. I got a bottle of Frank's Red Hot, so I thought that was kind of cool. Keep them for just an emergency. Also, when you do the reviews on some of the, yeah. Hey, Lanicet. Yeah, I noticed that when I do the reviews on like the burgers or the fries, in this case, I did have earlier, I had this still here, pretty much gone. This is what's left of them. They're and they didn't have them in the thing. It was the, these were the triple cheese and bacon curly fries from Jack in the Box. Yeah. Chick-fil-A sauce and I had a whole bunch of other sauces and stuff, but yeah, I'm starting to keep the stuff in the car because, like, when you get a burger, I noticed they put all the sauce and stuff on top, and then the bottom bun has nothing. It's kind of dry, so I put stuff on the bottom. I did try the Polynesian sauce. I wasn't real impressed with that one. Yeah, no, Kenny, you had a whole probably spice rack in the back of all your sauces and spices and stuff like that. Yeah, I had a couple of those. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I still have it. I like the little ketchup packets from the Chick-fil-A. They were kind of cool. I think I still have one. No? Oh no. I got some sweet and sour from Burger King, but yeah, they had those cool little ketchup packets from Chick-fil-A where you can tear them open, or you tear off the end and then you squeeze it out. It's kind of cool. So yeah, especially with all these different things, sometimes they forget stuff when you do your review. You know, they don't put sauce on them, or they're not quite hot enough. And you know, when you get stuff, it says like, you know, like hot or super hot or whatever, and you try it and it's like, it's not even hot. It's not even, doesn't packety punch or whatever. So I add a little bit of stuff and kick it up a little bit. So I thought that was kind of cool. I like the hot stuff, but I know a lot of people out there don't like anything that's really hot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got a couple other ones I'm going to do on those Banquet Mega Bowls. Got like one or two, and then I also got they have a Banquet Pot Pie. It's like a buffalo chicken pot pie. I think I still have to review. That's still in the freezer. Just haven't got to them. There's just so many of the items I kind of got all at once, and I kind of got backlogged on the reviews. Yeah. And also, like, you know, if you go somewhere like, you know, Popeye's Chicken, or, you know, somewhere like with the McNuggets and stuff, no, it's not really that full. It's mostly the freezer stuff. I mostly got a lot of chips and candy and stuff still kind of backed up. And I kind of went through a lot of the frozen meals. I've got them taped. I just haven't had time to edit them and post them yet. And I'm trying to stagger all the videos of, like, you know, put one out a day, and it just takes a little bit of time. And I'm trying to stagger things so that you don't get, like, you know, multiple things all in a row. I try to put like out a candy review one day, and a snack review, and a meal, and, you know, something that's new on different days. Kind of mix it up for you guys. And also, I'm kind of just doing the little live streams here and there, and, you know, hope you guys are liking all the content of the stuff that I put out there. And also, when I, you know, go live, kind of combine it with my errands and stuff out there. And it's always, you know, fun to talk with you guys a little bit. And I did find a lot of classic candy out there. Also, I was in Target. They had some really interesting, okay, bye Mona. They had some interesting candies and snacks that they had at okay, take it easy. See you soon, Candy. They had a lot of different things in there. It was like for Valentine's Day, and some of them were really strange. They had, one was a wedding. I'm going to put the stuff up on Instagram a little bit later that I found in there. One was like a wedding tackle box, gummy worms and gummy candies and stuff, and it was all in a little plastic tackle box. And then they had for, I guess, if you guys want to give your, you know, your hubby, for those of you that are out there that are married, if you want to give your hubby something. They had, one was a chocolate remote control. And then they had a chocolate beer, bottle of beer. So hollow chocolate bottle of beer. That was kind of funny. And then also I saw one, I think I posted the thing on Instagram. It was like, yeah, it was a chocolate remote control. It was just shaped like a remote control. And something about that. There, I did another one. I got a picture. It was a coffee cup, and it had like a heart. It was 2 coffee cups, and then it had like a heart with saying, and it was like, you know, we're the perfect couple. And the one cup said, queen of everything, and then the bottom cup said, king of everything else. So, yeah. And I found it was a chocolate high-heeled shoe, for those of you that are into shoes. Chocolate shark. And they come up with some weird weird Valentine's Day things. So if you're into that kind of stuff, thought it was kind of fun. Yeah. But, you know, like I said, yeah. Hey, Lab Super. It had a little bit of an issue. Hopefully I'm back, and it'll probably work itself. Build him stronger than he was before. Better, faster, stronger. The 6 man. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully, you know, people are back. I had a little connection issue, and made me think of the opening. Hey, Hawkeye. Yeah, it made me think of the opening to $6 Million Man, where he's breaking up. Hold on. And then he crashes. We can rebuild him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The $6 Million Man. That was one of my favorite shows from when I was little. $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman. Yep. Do 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 do. And then they always use, yep. Do 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 do. And then they always used to do this, to do the cheesy sound effects. And then, like, when you'd throw things, I'd make the little whistling sound. When always slow-mo. Always slow-mo. Yeah, that was kind of funny that his superpower was he was... Yeah, that was kind of funny that his superpower was he was bionic. So, yeah. And then he had the one eye. See into things. And hey, Shawnee Mac, how's it going? Yeah, I was just doing some little chatting, and I had some curly fries earlier. I had a $6 Million Man lunchbox. I had it with a thermos, and I took it to school every day when I was little. And it had, on the cover, I remember it had him. Yeah, cool. On the cover, it had him pulling up a tree and hitting people with it. And I actually think I still have them somewhere. I have to look for them. I have, or had at one point, they were puzzles from the $6 Million Man. 2 puzzles from the $6 Million Man, and they were in little cans, and also had Star Trek puzzles from when I was little. I think I still have them. I'll have to look through my stuff and see if I can find them. But yeah, I had $6 Million Man, and my sister had the Mickey Mouse school bus lunchbox. That's what she had, and I had my $6 Million Man, and I tore it up because I used to slide it down the hall at lunchtime when I was little at school, and we would go and we'd have lunch. We'd take our lunch boxes there, and then we would wait out in the playground. And then what you do is you go into the hall, and then we do like bowling, because we had the hallways, and they were like real slick. They were like the linoleum. They always, waxed them up real good. And we'd take our shoes off, and we'd have in our socks, and we'd go sliding down the hall, and we'd bowl the lunch boxes down the hall to get them in front of the doorway of our classroom. Yeah, we were stupid kids. I just did crazy stuff. I don't know, just what we did. For tonight, I'm going to have cube steak and mashed potatoes. That's what I'm gonna make. So that's what I thought I'd have for dinner. And I still gotta go and get some stuff in a little bit for, yeah, our lunches. I remember when I was in grade school, that they had the little hot lunches, and all it was one little plastic thing, and it had the cold thing, and it had like salad or something in like a little gross peanut butter candy thing, and then usually like carrot sticks or celery or something like that. And then on the top they had a metal tray, and that was usually the hot thing. It was like spaghetti or a hamburger or whatever the hot dish of the day was. That was in grade school. And believe it or not, when I went to high school, there was the whole 4 years that I went to high school, I never ate lunch. I never ate lunch in the school cafeteria in high school, because I live right behind the high school, and it literally is a 5-minute walk. I have to walk up my street and up a little hill, like one house, and then it's on the street behind me. And I go there, and I would from lunch, I'd come home from lunch, and I'd go and I'd get something, on the microwave, and I'd watch MTV or something. And then I'd be able to go back to school, because it was only a 5-minute walk, and save the money, and I'd eat at home. And sometimes I'd bring my friends home, and they'd be able to, do a microwave. And that was back years ago, before they had all that microwaves and stuff at school lunches. They had vending machines, and that was about it. And cafeteria food was always gross anyways. I never cared for it. So I always would go home, and I didn't ever use my locker either. I'd take the books that I needed in the morning, and then I'd come home for lunch and take the books that I needed for the afternoon, and just kept stuff at home, because I was like, 5-minute walk. So I didn't ever have a locker. I didn't do anything after school, in the sports or anything like that. So yeah, I just wasn't really active in high school. So, hey, Amanda Gathers, how's it going? Yeah, I wouldn't trust the school lunches from there. They weren't always the best. Yeah, that was the good thing. And yeah, yeah, maybe you probably were. And, I didn't ever have anything to keep in there. And it was always the jocks that were at their locker, and the cheerleaders were always, decorating their locker or whatever. So I stayed clear of everybody from high school. I stayed home. I was kind of the nerd squad. We'd go over to my house and have lunch and watch MTV, or we'd play Dungeons and Dragons or something, and stayed away from school. Hey, Rob's Homemade, how's it going? Yeah, for those of you that just popped in earlier, I'll just go over these real quick. I had the triple cheese and bacon fries, curly fries from Jack in the Box. I had those for lunch. And then also I stopped by the Dollar Tree earlier, and I was going to show you guys some of the things that I'm going to review in a future review. Had the Andy Capp's cheddar fries and the Andy Capp hot fries, and also the Chester's Flamin' Hot fries. And then I had, these are the same things I did the review of the other day. They're the Voodoo ones, but I think it's just a different packaging. So these are like Voodoo chips. They're hot. And I got some classic candy for those guys that remember the classic stuff. Mary Jane's and Bit of Honey. And I also got these because I thought they were cool. They're Sour Dudes. They're like little sour candy. So yeah, I got those at the Dollar Tree just because I was trying to find some, weird stuff. And yeah, we just been kind of talking about back in high school, what you did in high school and how I did never have the school lunches because they were kind of bad. So yeah, I don't know if you guys had any better experiences in your school. I'm sure now it's a lot different. Hey, Lyric Northside, how's it going? Yeah, just having a little bit of chat with some people and seeing what's going on. I was out having some lunch earlier, and I'm still got my this is Jumpin' Jack Splash diet. It's like lime and cherry and berry together. Actually pretty good. I would go home. Yeah, I'd go home mostly. I'd always go home by myself. Occasionally my friends would say, hey, can we go to your house and heat up some soup or heat up something, because we didn't have anything that you could heat up if you brought your lunch. Yeah, the rectangle pizzas were pretty bad, like cardboard and whatever else that they put glue on there. Little pizza with glue. And then they had the spaghetti and all that. I remember one time, oh my God, this was probably about the worst thing I think I've ever seen. This is when I was in, oh yeah, cool. You mean these Voodoo chips? These were the ones I found in there again. When I was in junior high, one day they had staggered. They had two lunches, and like you go to the first lunch and then the other half would go to like the second lunch. And it was in the first lunch, and these two guys, they got into like an argument or whatever, and they were mad at each other. Yep, those are the ones. They got into a fight, and what happened was they really got into it, and they were duking it out, and one of the principals came by, and they tried to break them up, and one of them was like he was another teacher, and they tried to get him apart, and the dude started swinging at the teacher, and he cold cocked the principal. He got expelled, and during the fight, the whole lunchroom had a food fight with spaghetti. They were flinging spaghetti everywhere, and this fight was going on. They were duking it out. They were duking it out with a teacher, and the one guy got expelled because he punched the teacher right in the jaw. He punched the principal right in the jaw, and there was spaghetti everywhere. I hid under the table because they were flinging spaghetti and salad and soda and everything. That whole place was a total disaster. You got like about 300 people throwing food everywhere. It's flying all over the place. and he got two people, you know, fighting it out. Then they had to call the cops and have the guy carted away because he was fighting everybody. So never saw him after that. And I don't know if you guys know, back when I was in grade school, back in, oh boy, 70s. In the grade school, my teacher was very strict, and he had a policy that if you were bad, he would, I don't know that they get away with this now, he would paddle kids. He had a big wooden paddle, and if you had problems, you ended up going to the principal's office, and if it was really bad enough, he'd paddle you with the big old wooden paddle, like a cricket bat or a ping pong paddle. Give you a big whack on it. And usually we'd see kids come back. They were crying. You knew what happened. His name was Mr. Cavett, and they used to call him Cavity. And we'd have lunch in the, it was a multi-purpose room where they had plays and stuff. That was kind of like the gym. And that was down the hall from his office. And, you know, the kids, this was in, you know, grade school. Kids would talk and they'd be yapping and yelling and screaming, and you'd get real bad and echoed, and he'd be out in his office and everybody'd be yelling and screaming, and the teachers they had a microphone hooked up, and they'd get on there and say, "Quiet down, everybody, quiet down." And yeah, now you couldn't get away with this time. They say, quiet down, you know, and kids, they'd quiet down for a minute, and then they would say, okay, and start it up again. And a couple of times what happened was it'd get too loud. He'd come from his office, he'd come down the hall, and he'd get there, and he'd get on the microphone, and he'd say, quiet, dead quiet. Everybody was quiet because they knew that if they kept talking, they'd get sent to the principals, and he'd paddle them. So he kind of ruled with an iron fist. And yeah, like I said, nowadays that wouldn't even fly. You couldn't do that. No, any kind of disciplines on that. But then again, that was back in the 70s when it was, you know, it was okay. Everybody, you know, that was just kind of how you discipline the kids. And you also, I was not hit, but there were people that were. And like I said, I don't know if the people knew about it or whatever, but that's just kind of how it was. No, it was a regular grade school. In fact, the grade school that I went to was right down the street from me, but it's been torn down. It got torn down a couple years ago, and they stopped doing grade school like probably 20 years ago. So yeah, they said they had to drill the holes, and it was like a big thick ping pong paddle. And he also used to put, when they would wait to go in his office, he would have them stand in the hallway, and he'd say, put your nose against the wall. And he had like a map on the wall, and the kids would stand there up against the wall, and they had to place their nose right up against the wall. And if they didn't do it, he'd push their head into the wall. And like I said, this was, you know, long time ago, and I heard the guy, actually he died quite a while ago, but that was just how the school was. It was really strict back then, and, you know, there were no, you know, parental guidelines or anything. That wasn't something that was policy or whatever that you had to sign off on. That was just how it was. And like I said, I know a lot of people, like at the Catholic schools, they hit you with the ruler, and it's really strict. So yeah. Hey, beautiful magic, how's it going? And Agnes? Yeah, there's a lot of things are a lot different now. Yeah, and yeah, if you did get home and your parents found out about it, a lot of times they would send a note that, you know, little Drew was acting up, and he got put on, you know, suspension or whatever. He get detention. They send a little note home. They didn't even call back, when I was little, if you didn't go to school or whatever. And I remember the one guy, yeah, I remember the one guy, he had a pretty good idea. What he did was he said that, this was back in the days when if you were sick, you'd go to school and you'd have a note from your mom that said, you were sick because you had a cold or you had a dentist appointment or whatever. And then you'd go in there and you'd give it to the office, and then they'd, give you like an excused absence. And then you'd take it to your teachers to let them know that, you weren't there yesterday and it was excused. And what he did was he took the note his mom wrote and he wrote it in his own handwriting, and he took it to the office, and he, the first time he was sick, he took it to the office, and then he said, and then they saw it and they thought, this is kind of funny handwriting. So they called the mom and said, did you write a note for your son being sick? And then she's like, yeah. And then, okay, well, it's okay. So he did that on every note that she did. And then after a little while, he was able to write his own note because they didn't check on it. So whenever he wanted to be sick, he'd write his own note. Thought that was kind of ingenious. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys did the old changing the grades from, an F to an A or a C to a B or whatever like that, and the minus to a plus. Never could find the right shade of red to change it. And, okay, take it easy, Candy Pop Girl. Yeah, I'm going to be on here for a little bit longer. Just thought I'd pop on for a little while, get some watch time in and chat with the people out there, as long as they're still out there, and swap a little bit of stories. Yeah. They didn't have online when see you, Candy Pop Girl. They didn't have online when I was young. In fact, when I was in high school, they were just starting the computer lab. It was like Apple IIs, so they didn't have any, computerized things. And we had those old Scantron forms where you filled them out in a little pencil, and that was all the test stuff. So yeah, they didn't have all the stuff like you had. And when I went to college, and I was just starting college, that was kind of like the start of computers and stuff. They didn't really have a requirement for a computer. And I remember I was doing my paper on an old PC, and everybody else was handwriting out their essays or their papers and stuff. And they asked me why did I want to put my paper in, we had to use a word processing program. And then they said, hey, Judy and David, they said, why would you want to put it in there and type it in there? It's take you forever to type it in there. And I said, well, because, when I could save it on disk, and if I have a problem, and then they'd also put, rewrite. Yeah, if you typed it out and then they'd come back and then the teacher would say rewrite, and then you have to retype the whole thing all over again with the corrections. And, the typewritten page took forever. And I had it on computer, and all I had to do was just cut and paste and move words around and do a spell check or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, it's dinner. Yeah, I'm sure on the East Coast, it's probably dinner time. I was having some lunch earlier. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't take too well of changing the grades. Also, if they would, you get a paper back and it said, see me, knew you were in trouble. I remember one time, it was in chemistry class. I was actually pretty good at chemistry, and I ended up getting an A. And I remember there was one time I challenged a science teacher on one of the tests and one of the answers, and he marked me off on one of them, and I said, no, I think my formula is right. And he went back and rechecked it, and he was wrong and I was right. So I got 100%. What time is it here? It is 3:24. So I'm on, for those of you that don't know, I'm in California on West Coast time. So I was having some lunch earlier. And like I said, I went to the Dollar Tree and got a couple things that I'm going to have in future reviews. And so I don't know if the people have kept up with some of my reviews. I got the chips to review from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, this is the Voodoo chips that I reviewed. It's just a different label. The only thing about this thing is this one doesn't have a story on the back like the other one did. The other one had a better story. This doesn't, just says how they're cooked and all that. It doesn't say what's in them or anything like that. I guess they redid the package on it. Always like to read the little stories that they have. Yeah. And back in the day, when I did the research, you had to go to the library. You had to take the encyclopedia or the dictionary or whatever reference book. I had to go make a photocopy of the page that you were quoting, and then you had to write it in and quote it in your thing and all that. Shoot, now you can just, cut and paste from the internet. So yeah, it's a whole lot of different stuff than, back in my day when we were in school. It's big technological advances. And like all that stuff was kind of new, and most of the stuff was handwritten with the big old number 2 pencils or the Husky pencils if you were really good. I don't know, did you guys ever do Pencil War? Where you'd yeah, they do all the software. Did you guys ever have pencil fights where you would take your pencil and you'd put it in between your hand, and then your friend would take his pencil and you flick it down and try to break it, and whoever's pencil broke first lost? That was one thing we used to do. Or you'd no, we did that. I don't know. Also, we made those little paper footballs, and you'd flick them through the field goal. Do that back in school. That was kind of fun. I remember one time, oh my God, this one guy caused havoc. And we were in, it was Spanish class, and the guy told us we had to speak Spanish, and he had a real big, heavy accent, and the one guy was smarting off, and the way he had it set up was they had half the desks on one side and half the desks on the other, and he would go in the middle and he would talk, and then he'd be up at the board and he's writing, and people were throwing those little snapper things. You throw them down and they make a noise. The little snapper poppers, or I don't know, I guess that's what they called them. And when he was writing on the board, the guy threw a snapper at him and it hit the board. It blew up next to him and scared the heck out of him. And then he got mad. He sent him off to the principal. Yeah. And that didn't go over too well. And because he would always tell the stories and he was kind of boring, and things would go, they'd throw footballs back and forth and all this stuff behind his back. Yeah. We were always making fun of people, and kids will be kids, and we always did crazy stuff. Yeah, it was always fun to do stuff like that. One time I remember the teacher gave me he had a lecture, and it was a English teacher, I think, and he gave us a lecture on free will versus predetermined destination or whatever. And he gave a thing, and he said, okay, why did you come in here and pick a seat that you're sitting in? And we're like, well, because we have a seating chart and we have to sit in our assigned seats. He says, yeah, but what made you pick that seat? And we're like, well, I don't know. That's just the one that was open. And then he said, you know, maybe one day you come in here and, okay, guys, technical. Okay, down, phone was down. Sorry. Sorry, folks. A little bit of a problem. Okay, I'm back now. Should be okay. We're okay. Everybody's fine. No one's dead. No one's hurt. It's okay, Kenneth. Yeah, sorry if I had a little bit of a thing. My mount fell down from the thing. Sorry. Like I said, didn't mean to drop you guys. So, hey, Kenneth. Yeah, earlier I was in here. I had the triple cheese curly fries with bacon from Jack in the Box. I had those earlier. Oh, come on, Jomar. Not that bad. Just had a little technical malfunction with the phone. The suction cup fell down. It's back up. Everything's good. So hopefully everybody's still intact. A little bit of a problem earlier, but I think we're good now. Everybody there? Oh, and Dromar, I don't know if you were here earlier. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got some things to try. For those of you that just dropped in, got the Flaming Hot fries, the Andy Cap cheddar fries, the Andy Capped hot fries, and this is the same ones that I did earlier, but it's a different packaging. Thought it was just different. These are called Voodoo. And I got some classic candy. I showed them earlier. I'll just go over them real quick. Someone asked me to try these, find these. They're Mary Jane's classic candy. Some Bitter Honey. And because I thought this was cool, Sour Dudes. So yeah, that's what I got from the Dollar Tree. I thought I'd give those a try for later, for some reviews. Yes, I'm sure you do, Kenneth. My favorite one is the Flaming Hot. I like the Flaming Hot Cheetos, the Flaming Hot Doritos, the Flaming Hot Funyuns, Flaming Hot Fritos, the Flaming Hot Pringles. They've got all kinds of Flaming Hot. So yeah, those were some of the ones that I found. They had a lot of other interesting chips and things like that, and I thought I'd go with some of those. And like I said, you guys weren't here, Dromar, earlier, but I've got a whole lot of stuff backed up. Oh yeah? Well, I know Maria likes the Flamin' Hot chips. Yeah, and I got a whole lot of chips and candies and stuff that I've got backed up that I've still got to try, and also some of the new drink flavors out there. I told people earlier that I went to Walmart, and then Diet Coke has come out with 2 new flavors that I'm going to be trying. One is called Blueberry Acai, and the other one is Strawberry and Guava. So I got those at Walmart. I'm going to try those. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes, I love my favorite is the Flaming Hot the Flaming Hot Cheetos Puff. That's my favorite one out of all the Flaming Hot. I don't know, that's just the best blend of the Flaming Hot stuff that I like. So yeah, I don't know how they're gonna taste, but I thought I'd give them a try. And they have all kinds of different drinks I still got to try from some of the other stores. I went to the 99-cent store, and don't I like what kind of drinks or what kind of what don't I like? I don't know. There's only a few that I don't like. Some of the ones, a lot of the natural ones and stuff aren't all that great. Actually, I have a lot of reviews of chips and stuff that I still have to put up, and I'm working on getting those out. Like I said, it's a lot of editing. I've got probably about a dozen reviews to edit, and I've got probably another dozen or 2 dozen to film still. So getting to them as I can. I'm trying to put out one a day. Yeah, so if you go ahead and give it the button a smash. I can't see them in the live because, you know, that they still have that glitch where you can't see your likes in the live, and they don't even have the dislikes up there anymore. So don't know what's what. Yeah, Kenneth, thanks for the thumbs up. And you know, but yeah, that okay, cool. Yeah, I've been on for a little over an hour now, so I just was kind of doing some stuff and stopped at the Jack in the Box and thought I'd chat with everybody while I'm doing some lunch. Yes, Danny, but Kenneth is Kenneth, and you know, sorry. Kind of go easy on the guy. He's a pretty cool dude, but Kenneth is just being Kenneth. So have to bear with them, you know. I kind of have an equal opportunity for everybody, but you know, I don't like to say anything about any bad about anybody in here. So kind of, you know, like to have a nice, you know, love stream with lots of love and just a little bit chatting. And I know sometimes people can okay, well, well, like I said, you know, not everybody likes everybody. And I don't want there to be problems on the live stream. So, you know, kind of, you know, Kenneth, you guys got to kind of understand, you know, Kenneth is Kenneth, and sometimes I know if he gets a little bit rough on the statements, I'm sorry about that. If Danny P, if you have issues with him. Okay, good night, Kenneth. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Fortunately, it's not raining here today. We actually got snow here last night. Believe it or not. There were reports of snow in certain areas, and it hasn't snowed here in 46 years. So I thought that was interesting. It actually made the news. We had snow out, not actually where I'm at, but in some of the parts towards the hills, out like in the country, in the hills, they had snow on there. They had pictures of it. It was in, different places like the ranches and the foothills there was snow, and there was like just a little bit. But 46 years ago, I looked it up, 46 years ago on February 5th, we had a snowstorm, and I think I was in grade school, and it actually stayed, and we had about 2 or 3 inches in the whole town. It was all in our front yards, all in the streets, all in everything. We had to walk back in the snow, and we were out playing in the snow and making snowmen and all that. It was one day back in 1976 that we had snow in town, and that was like, a major thing, and a lot of people were going back and finding old pictures of when it actually snowed here. Never gets cold enough. We get, hail, we get, sleet, we get, cold rain, but it actually did snow a little bit here yesterday, which was crazy. Some places I saw that in Santa Cruz, they were snowing in the Santa Cruz mountains and lots of different places. So I guess it got pretty cold yesterday, and with the rain, it made snow. Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. So I was in the, I don't know, you probably weren't here earlier, Dromar, when I said that I went to George. It was a chocolate remote control and also a chocolate beer bottle for the men in your life if you want to get them something for Valentine's Day. That was kind of funny. Thought that was interesting. And they also even had, for those of you that like fishing, they had gummy tackle box with gummy worms and all that stuff. If you like Halloween, or if you like the candy and you want to show show your hubby that you like them, and get them a gummy tackle box full of gummy candy. Guess you could always use it as a real tackle box later on. Thought it was funny. So are you guys going live later, Dromar? What time is it? 3:43. So I'll probably stay on for another 10 or 15 minutes, since I've been for a little over an hour. Yeah, I don't know. Don't see that it's going to be the 100 likes, but then again, I'm not all about getting the big major likes and all that. But yeah, just kind of going over stuff and talking with you guys, seeing what's going on, seeing what you guys are up to. I don't know if you guys have any requests or ideas or anything that you'd like me to do in future reviews. Go ahead and put them down there. Like I said, I've got a whole lot of stuff out there that I've still I got stockpiled and I got to get to, but a lot of unique and unusual things. And I try to take pictures and put them on my Instagram page. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's a link on my homepage. I think it's the same as the channel name, Drew's Food Reviews, on Instagram, all together. Put a lot of pictures on there of things that I find in the store, and what I make for dinner. Sometimes I'm not able to do a video of it. I just take a picture of the dinner or something that I made and put it up there, because it's easier than doing a whole video about it. Some are like really weird things I find. And sometimes, for those of you I know that like to see the cat, like to see Tazzy, I put pictures of him up there every now and then. So yeah, Okay, Amanda Gathers, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, okay, Michael. Yeah, like I said, I was just going to be on here and chatting with a little bit of people. And I think I'm probably going to be wrapping up soon anyways, because I got to get home. Because I still got to make to the store, and then I've got to make it home. And it's already 3:45, so we'll see. Just a few more minutes and I'll chat with people, see how it's going, see what's going on, how everybody's doing today. And like I said, I don't know if you guys were here earlier when I had the little technical difficulty. Phone went flying everywhere. So, yeah, it happens occasionally. Hey, Jaded Kid, how's it going? Just doing a little chat with everybody and seeing how it's going. Been on here for a little while. I had some curly fries from Jack in the Box earlier for lunch, and now just kind of having a little bit of chat and wrapping it up. I think I'm going to be heading on out of here shortly. And guess everybody that did stop by, I appreciate you dropping by and sharing a little bit of time with me. So talking a little bit with you guys out there. And I know it's kind of a weird time to be going live because it's a lot of dinner time and a lot of people are still at work or they're coming home from work or whatever. And as you know, later tonight, we're going to have TV's not going to be too exciting because they're going to have the State of the Union address. So that kind of kills the whole evening. So I'm going to plan on doing some other stuff later on. So hopefully there'll be something good on YouTube out there. I don't know. A lot of people probably going to be going live a little bit later. So I just thought I'd get in a little bit of time, a little bit of chat time with everybody while I was out and about. Hey, CJ, how's it going? Like I said, I've been on here for a little while and I was just getting ready to wrap it up and head back home, but thanks for stopping by. And I had some curly fries from Jack in the Box for my lunch when I was chatting with everybody. And I kind of went over some of the stuff that I found at the Dollar Tree. And just was kind of swapping the stories and had a technical difficulty earlier. Lost phone fell down. So that was kind of fun. I go back and catch it on the replay, see it falling down. Oh, cool. Yeah, Taco Tuesday, right? It's Taco Tuesday. I'm going to be having cube steak for my dinner, provided I get to the store and get home before too long. So, yeah. Yeah, nachos and tacos are good. The other day I actually posted a picture on my Instagram. I made taco salad. It's just, lettuce, tomato, cheese, and, sour cream and all that. And I crumbled up the Flaming Hot Doritos and I put it on it. So it was Flaming Hot Dorito taco salad. That was actually really good. Because I did my review on the Dorito salad, the Flaming Hot Nacho Doritos. And I just put it on my nacho salad. So it's pretty good. Always got to be inventive. And like I said, I've started carrying in my car it's hot sauce to put on things if they're not hot enough for me. This one's called Crying Tiger Sriracha. I also got somewhere here, I got a bottle of Frank's hot sauce. Travel bottle. Keep them in the car for emergencies. Yeah. Because most of the time when you go places, they don't put enough sauce on things. They don't have enough dressing. You know, they forget things. Kind of zips it up a little bit. Bring your own stuff to add to it, because most of the time they don't do a good job, or it's messy, or it's not what it looks like in the picture. So you got to come prepared. Usually you have to have a knife, you have to have, you know, ketchup or salt or something, and you have to have the hot sauce. Yep, you have to have it. Hot sauce, salt, pepper, ketchup. You even do mustard or whatever. Don't know that mayo would be too good a thing to keep in the car, but then again, they have the ranch sauce, so I guess ranch is kind of stable as long as it's in a package. Oh, I did try, I put a picture on Instagram. I tried it's from, I believe it's Kraft. They've got the new mayo chup, mayo and ketchup combined. Put it out on my French fries. That's actually pretty good. So that's a new take on things. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up because it's already gone for quite a while, and I'm kind of winding down, and I got to get home and got to get to the store. So like thank everybody for stopping by, and CJ and everybody else and all the others that were in here earlier. Thanks for dropping by my little stream, and I'm going to try and do another one maybe Friday. I'll do one. Don't really know what I'm going to do. I think maybe I'll do another Friday. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll just do a little chat Friday afternoon. I don't know if I'll have anything. Just do a little chat with you guys. Maybe I'll show a haul from the Dollar Tree or something. So I'd like to thank everybody for dropping by, and I'll talk to you guys next time.